Believe you can, and you are halfway there. Yes, my lovely children, a lovely hello to all my 10th champion kids. How are you all? I hope you all are doing rock, you all are fit, fine, healthy, and you all are studying well. You all are preparing for your board examination devotedly with complete determination, and you are completely focused towards your board examination, I hope. And yes, believe you can, and you are halfway there. Yes, you are halfway there, my lovely kids. You just need to push yourself a bit more. Please, because this time you are preparing, this is golden period for you all. You all are preparing for your board examination. You might be dreaming to get 95 plus percentage in your board examination. Yes, you all deserve, and you all might putting your 100% effort for this. Yes, believe in yourself, make your belief system stronger. You all can do wonder. My dear lovely kids, you all have that kind of a spark and potential. Never compare your potential with anyone. Just look at your capability. Try to find out your capability, your power, your strength. What is your power? What is your inner strength? You all can do wonder, and you all are doing. Yes, you all are doing, and we are here to guide you. So welcome you all on your favorite channel, favorite platform, Deeksha Vedantu, and I'm your maths faculty, Murtaza Sir. So welcome everyone in this special session where we'll be doing all important PYQs of 2, 3, 4, 5 marker question that have been asked in the previous board examination of the chapter Quadratic Equation. Yes. So welcome everyone in this special session of PYQs. So in this video, I'll be solving all most important PYQs of the chapter Quadratic Equation, but make sure we'll be doing 2, 3, 4 and 5 marker question category here, and including along with we'll be doing most expected questions as well. So if you have any kind of doubt, or if you are facing any kind of difficulty in quadratic equation, so this video is for you, and this video will boost your confidence and clarity of quadratic equation, and this video will give you the concept and idea that what kind of question the board is asking frequently for last several years from the chapter Quadratic Equation. So please watch this video. I'm requesting you so that you can enhance your skill, how to proceed the quadratic equation question, how to solve the question, what kind of question already have been asked by the board in previous years. So let's begin today's session without wasting a second. So the question number 1 for you is, if alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial px 5x square minus 6x plus 1, then find the value of this. So look at this question here. My dear lovely kids, this is a quadratic polynomial. You can say quadratic equation as well. And alpha and beta are the zeros. And zeros are also called roots, in quadratic equation. But this question is basically from polynomial chapter. So no need to worry, the concept is same. So if alpha and beta are the zeros, and this is quadratic polynomial. So while you were doing the question of relationship between zeros and the coefficient, right? Hope you remember it, right? So the sum of zeros, let me change the color of pen so that the text will be completely visible to you everyone. Okay, my lovely children. Okay, so the sum of roots alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. I hope you all remember this formula. So here in this question, 5x square minus 6x, let me know, just give me the answer, what is a here, what is b here, and what is c here. So if you are writing a quadratic polynomial, if we will write quadratic polynomial, so this is the general form of quadratic polynomial. You all know it. So the coefficient of x square, whatever the number is attached, linked with x square is called a, and the number which is connected with x is called b, and this is pure constant. And in generally maths term, this a is called coefficient of x square, this b is called coefficient of x, and this c is pure constant, right? And this is the format of any quadratic polynomial. So if I compare this equation from this, so what will be a here, my dear lovely kids? So first let me write two formulas here. The sum of roots is minus b by a, and the product of roots c by a. And these formulas, these points should be memorized by you all, because directly and indirectly you will be solving the question. So here I am giving you the solution, I am guiding you, but please remember these formulas. These are very basic and very small formulas. Okay, so what is here a? So look, a is here, 5 and B here is minus 6 and C is 1. If any number is in negative form, you have to mention the negative sign as well, right? Now put the formula alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. We have to find the value of this. So alpha plus beta is minus B by A, right? So minus and B is already in negative form. So minus 6 and A is what? A is 5. Okay. Plus this is alpha into beta. Product of C is C by A, which is equals to C by A, and C is 1 here. And A is 5 here. Now solve this question. Minus minus, it has become 6 by 5. This is 1 by 5. Adding these two fraction, we are getting 7 by 5, which is the answer. So the answer of this format is alpha plus alpha beta is equals to 7 by 5. I think there is nothing challenging. Just let me know. Just tell me, is this a difficult question? Nothing. No difficulty at all. If you remember these two formulas, you can solve this question easily. And as a student, you must know this formula. These are the basic points, very basic. If you are still not remembered this formula, means you are not preparing for your board examination well. These are the very basic formulas. Everyone knows this formula. Okay. And this question have been asked in the year 2024, 2-marker question. Look at the level of this question. Okay. Now question number 2. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation 4x square minus. My dear lovely kids, as in previous question, I have just showed you the general form of quadratic equation is this. First x square family comes up, then only x power 1 and then pure constant. This is the format how to write any polynomial. The degree should be first position, the highest power takes the first position, then the lower one, then at last pure constant will be there. If I am writing a cubic polynomial, so what will be the first position? The power 3 will be the first position, because in cubic polynomial the degree is 3 here. And then square will be there, then only cx, and then the last pure constant term is called as small d. If you will be writing quadratic polynomial, then you have to write this way: ax ki power 4 bx cube cx square dx plus, I can add one more later here for e, that is showing pure constant here. So this is the way how to write a polynomial. The degree must be at first position, first place, then one less value, less power, then and then at last the pure constant will be there. But look at this question. The quadratic polynomial is 4x square minus 5 equals to 0. In this polynomial, there is no family of x. Only a square is there and the pure constant. If no family is there, we can conclude that why the family is not there. It implies that the coefficient of that family will be 0, might be 0. If I write this equation as this, 4x square plus 0x, yes, we can write, because x family is not here. So why x family is not here? Its coefficient might be 0, and that made the whole family 0. That might be the reason. So we can modify this quadratic polynomial as this: 4x square plus 0x minus 5 equals to 0. Yes, and this modification will give you the clarification to write A, B, C. Getting my point? Are you getting my point? Look, now A is what? A is 4, B is what? B is 0, because the family of x is not here. And C is what? My dear lovely kids, C will be, if negative sign is there, we have to write in negative form as it is. Right? So we know A, we know B, we know C. Now look what the question is asking. Hence comment on the nature of roots. So to find the nature of roots, either we can solve the quadratic polynomial, or without solving the quadratic polynomial, we can also find out the nature of roots. But for that, we have to find the value of discriminant. And in this question, the question is also asking to find the discriminant. So what is the formula of discriminant? D is equals to B square minus 4AC. Now put the values here. We have B is 0 here, minus 4. A is what? A is 4 here. C is what? C is minus 5 here. Now solve it. Okay, so minus that will become positive, and 4, 16, 5, 18. This is plus 80. Plus 80 implies that D is greater than 0. If 80 is positive, so we can call it D is greater than 0, because 80 is in positive form. And if D is greater than 0, what will be the nature of roots? You must know. The nature of root will be two distinct distinct real roots. Two distinct real roots. Okay, means if you will solve this quadratic equation, if you will be solving this quadratic equation, then how many roots will be there? Two roots will be there, but both roots will be different to each other. And that is the meaning of distinct. Right? You know, if d is equal to 0, roots are what? Real and equal. Both the roots will be real and equal. If d is less than 0, means if the d is negative, so we can call what? No real roots. No real roots. Right, my dear lovely kids? And if d is greater than 0, means if d is positive, so what we can conclude? There will be two distinct real root. Distinct real roots means there will be two zeros, two roots, but the both roots will be different to each other. And if this condition comes up, both the roots will be real and equal. So my dear lovely kids, this term discriminant is very powerful. That will save your time. Using the formula of discriminant, you can give the information of any quadratic polynomial, what will be the nature of roots, without solving, without finding the roots of that quadratic polynomial. And this is the power of discriminant concept. I hope you have understood. Okay, next question is, if 1 0 of a polynomial of 6x square plus 37x minus under bracket k minus 2 is reciprocal of the other, then what is the value of k? Very easy question. Look at the concept. This question has been asked in the year 2023 in the category of 2 mark. So this question carry 2 marks. Okay, so look, the question is 6x square plus 37, is this 37? Okay, 37x minus under bracket k minus 2, and we can also write here 0, because the general format of quadratic polynomial is 0, the right side is 0. Okay, now what the question is saying, if 1 0 of polynomial this is reciprocal of the other, means if I write first 0, okay, sorry, I'm writing again, by mistakenly everything has been erased. So 37x minus k minus 2, right? So the question is saying both the zeros are, first 0 is the reciprocal of second 0. Means if I write here first 0 is alpha, first 0 is alpha, then what the question is, if 1 0 of a polynomial is the reciprocal of the second 0, second, or we can also write here other, second 0 will be what? 1 by alpha, because both the zeros are reciprocal to each other. This information is given to you, everyone, and you have only a quadratic equation. So what you can apply here, how you can proceed the solution? You have just shown the information of the question. Now the question is how we should proceed, how we can solve this. So the topper's mindset is that if these two numbers, look, this is alpha and this is 1 by alpha. So what is the property of a reciprocal? If I write a number 2 and if I multiply this number by 1 by 2, so what will be the result? 1. So the one thing is coming in mind, if alpha is here and 1 by alpha is here, and if we multiply these two, so what will be the result? The result will be constant value, which is equal to 1. And these two are the zeros. So the product of zeros, we should apply here the product of 0. So product of zeros, why only product? Why we are not adding these two? If we will add these two, the solution will be very complex. But if we multiply these two, the solution will be very easy and very quick. Instead of making the solution very complex, we should follow the easy path, right? Because in boards, you have to save your time as well to utilize that time in larger question, the question which carry 5 marks and 4 marks, right now. So in these type of question, you can save your time by making your strong strategy. Okay, so product of 0, the relation of product of 0 is C by A in quadratic polynomial. So the 0 is first is alpha and the other is 1 by alpha, and C is what? C is this minus k by 2 and a is 6 here. Alpha alpha cancel, we are getting only 1 here, and this is minus k will be there, and minus minus this will be plus 2 by 6. Cross multiply it, so we are getting here minus k plus 2 equals to 6 here. Okay, my dear lovely kids. So okay, can we shift this minus k that side, or we can also write minus k equals to 6 minus 2, so minus k equals to 4, so the k will be minus 4. I hope you have understood the solution, and the question was asking to find out the value of k here, right? So this question, the weightage of this question is 2 marks. Is it really challenging for you? Is it really difficult question for you? Not at all. Yeah, for my student these questions are very simple, very easy for you, because I'm making your foundation very strong, right? So these questions should be solved in just few seconds for you all, I think. Okay, next question is, if alpha and 1 by alpha are the zeros of the polynomial this and this, then again I think this question is a bit similar to the previous one, because here the zeros are clearly visible here. Clearly they are giving the information that both the zeros are one is alpha and other is 1 by alpha, means they both are reciprocal to each other. Now apply same format, product of zeros. Why I am writing product of zeros? Because here both the zeros are reciprocal to each other, and if we multiplied these two, alpha and 1 by alpha, the result will be 1, and that will make your calculation very easy, right? So product of 0 is equals to c by a. Product, so alpha into 1 by alpha, and c is what? C is k minus 4, and a is what? A is 4 here, right? So 1 by alpha cancelling with each other, so 4 1 is 4, k minus 4 is equals to 4, so we are getting k is equals to 8. I think what the question is asking, the question is asking to find the value of k is simple. The k is 8 here. Very simple question. But you must remember this formula. Without this formula, I think the solution, you cannot solve this question. The solution will be very difficult if you follow any other way. This is the way. Okay, now the question number 5 is 1 by x plus, look, there is minus sign here. This is, sorry, let me use another color. Should I use red color here? Okay, this is negative sign, my dear lovely kids. I hope this is visible. Okay, so 1 by x plus 4 minus 1 by x minus 7 equals to 11 by 30, and solve, we have to solve, means we have to find the value of x here. This question carry 3 marks. Most of the time CBSE ask these type of questions. Let's solve how we can solve it. Okay, so the question is 1 by x plus 4 minus 1 by x minus 7. Is it visible to everyone? Okay, let me change the color again, white color. Okay, equals to 11 by 30, right? This is the question. There is only way to take the LCM. There is no any other way, I think. So take LCM here. So the on taking LCM, x plus 4, and this is x minus 7, right? And this will, x minus 7 will be here, minus sign is here, so this will be negative, and we have to write x plus 4 in bracket equals to 11 by 30. I should erase this equal sign because it's not making sense. Okay, now x minus 7, open this bracket here, minus x, and minus plus minus minus again minus 4. Now open this bracket here, multiply these two brackets. On multiplying x square minus 7x plus 4x, and this is minus 28. This is 28 here, equals to 11 by 30. I hope this is clear to everyone. I have just opened the bracket on multiplying these two, x into x square, x into 7 minus 7x, 4 into x, 4x, plus minus minus 7, 4 to 28. Minus x positive, cancel out. Minus 7 minus 4, minus 11 will be there, and look here. Okay, minus 7x plus this will be minus 3x, and this is minus 28 will be equals to 11 by 30. Can we cancel this 11 by 11? Yes, we can cancel this 11 by 11. Now cross multiply it. On multiplying it, cross minus 3x minus 28 is equals to 30, but here is my negative sign, means minus 1 is here. So when we multiply 30 with minus 1, the result will be minus 30. Simple. And so this will be x square minus 3x minus 28, and this minus 30, on shifting this minus 30, on bringing this minus 30 this side, the minus will be plus, equals to 0. So we are getting here one quadratic equation. Can we solve this quadratic equation? Yes, we can solve this quadratic equation. So on middle term splitting method we can solve this. So this will be minus, we can write this 3 as 2 plus 1x plus 2 equals to 0. 2 1 are 2. So the product is 2. So the factor of 2 will be 2 and 1, and the sum of 2 plus 1, we are follow this sign here. So 2 plus 1 will be 3. Now open this bracket here. Okay. Take common. We can take common as x here. X minus 2 and here minus 1. So this will be x minus 2. So we are getting x minus 2 first bracket, and the second bracket is x minus 1. On putting this equals to 0, x minus 2 equals to 0, x is 2, first answer. And on putting this x minus 1 equals to 0, we are getting x equals to 1. As we are solving quadratic polynomial, quadratic equation, so there will be 2 zeros, 2 roots. So these are the roots. I hope you have understood how we can solve these kind of questions. Now, question number 6. Find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are reciprocal of the zero of the polynomial this. Wow. This question is a bit tricky. But I'll make this question also, I will make the solution of this question very easy for you. Look, what the question is saying, my dear lovely kids. The question is saying, find a quadratic polynomial. Means, we have to find a quadratic polynomial. We don't know that quadratic polynomial. Getting my point? I don't know that quadratic polynomial. But one condition is given here. The zeros of that quadratic polynomial is the reciprocals of the zero of the polynomial this. Right? So look at the approach. If we want to find a quadratic polynomial, one new quadratic polynomial. So how we can find that quadratic polynomial? Let the roots or zeros, I'll mention zeros here because this question is from polynomial. So instead of using the term roots here, please mention zeros. But I'm writing both so that you can consider both are similar, right? Not consider, sure, these both are terms are similar, roots and zeros. Okay, let the roots or zeros of required quadratic polynomial be alpha and beta. Okay, so first I'm letting the roots, I'm letting the zeros of required quadratic polynomial as alpha and beta. So if I have assumed the roots, the zeros of required quadratic polynomial as alpha and beta, so we can write format here. So the required quadratic polynomial will be, so the required quadratic polynomial will be what? We can write here a x square minus alpha plus beta, sum of roots, sum of zeros, plus alpha into beta, product of zeros, equals to 0. Yes, this is the format. If you are considering the roots of zeros of quadratic polynomial as alpha and beta, yes, you can write the required quadratic polynomial will be in this form. We know the coefficient of x is equals to sum of roots and the pure constant is equals to product of root. So directly, indirectly, we want to find out the sum of root alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. That's it. In this question, you have to find alpha plus beta and alpha into beta, and that will give you that will give you this format. Now look, my dear students, let's say this is the polynomial which is given to you. The roots of this polynomial is m and n, a small m and n. So according to question, can we write the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are, means alpha is the reciprocal of this polynomial, so I am writing 1 by m, m is the zeros of this polynomial, and beta can also be written as n, 1 by n. See, no need to confuse what is m here, what is n here. I'm assuming a small m and a small n, the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Okay, now what you required in this formula, in this format, you required alpha plus beta. So add these two. So alpha plus beta will be 1 by m plus 1 by n. So alpha plus beta can be written as m into n, and here will be n plus m. Now look, this is the product of zeros of this polynomial, because here m and n both are multiplying with each other, and here this is n plus m. So this will be the sum of zeros of this polynomial according to this format. Now what you have to do, look, n plus m, the sum of zeros will be minus b by n. So we can write here minus b by a, and this is product of zeros. M and n are zeros of this polynomial, and this will be c by a. You can write, you can mention the reason here, because m plus n is minus b by a and m into n is c by a. Look at the way, right? Now we can cancel this, so we are getting here alpha plus beta will be minus b upon c. This will be replaced, this will be used here. But one more thing is required here, alpha into beta. Now look, now alpha into beta, alpha is what? 1 by m, beta is what? 1 by n. So multiplying these two, 1 by m into 1 by n. So alpha into beta can be written as this, 1 by mn. And mn is what, my dear lovely kids? Mn is the product of zeros, and mn is equals to c by a. So we can write here c by a. So this will be a by c. This will be a by c. So you have alpha plus beta in the form of b by c, and you have alpha into beta in the form of a by c. So can we put these two brackets here in this? So ax square minus alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by c. So this will be minus b by c into x, and this is alpha into beta, which is equals to a by c, equals to 0. Now solve this. Take the LCM, so this will be here. So instead of mentioning here a is, by mistakenly we have already mentioned a. A is not required here, because we required a new polynomial, quadratic polynomial. Okay, so here also please remove this a here. So what will be the answer on taking c? Cx square minus plus bx, and this will be a equals to 0, because c will be LCM, and on bringing c here this side, c into 0 will be 0. So this is the required quadratic polynomial. I hope you have understood. So a naught will be there, because we are finding here new quadratic polynomial. So this is the format of new quadratic polynomial. I hope you have understood. This is the way how we can solve this question. I hope you have understood. So I think the most important thing in this question is to understand the language. If you are able to understand the language of the question, now you can solve. Then you can solve the question comfortably, right? So the language was a bit tricky here. So let's move to the next question. And this question carry 3 marks. Solve the question and ensure your 3 marks. Okay. Now the next question is, solve the following quadratic equation for x. We have to find the value of x here, and one quadratic equation is given here. The year 2015. Okay, and 3 mark category. So let me write the quadratic equation again here. The quadratic equation is 4x square plus 4bx minus a square minus b square equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation and we have to find the value of x. Means we have to find the zeros, or we can say roots. I think this question is a bit complex format, because the general format, easy format of quadratic equation is this. If this, and if I write a quadratic equation 4x square plus 9x plus 2 equals to 0. Look, so this is very simple quadratic equation. But here in this question, a complex quadratic format is given there. What complexity is here? This b, this a, this b, these are making the question complex. So I think instead of doing this question by middle term splitting method, we can directly apply here quadratic formula. You know quadratic formula, my dear lovely kids? I hope you all know quadratic formula. By applying that formula, you can directly find the zeros of any quadratic equation. Yes, very magical formula, right? So we can apply here quadratic formula. So first, to apply the quadratic formula, first let me know, just tell me what is a here, what is b here, and what is c here. So if I compare this equation from this one, so whatever the neighbor of x square which is linked with x square, which is connected with x square, is basically a. Whatever the formula, whatever the bracket, whatever the family, means just leaving the x square, whatever is there, that will be x. That will be a, sorry. So if x square is here, so a is what? A is 4. On leaving x square, we are getting 4. And 4 is linked with x square, so that will be a. And here the b will be 4b. This b is of general format, no need to compare these two, and this b is already given in the question. So I think you might be confusing, you might be confused here, like sir, b is also. So see, this b is a constant here, this is given in the question, and this b is represented the general format, okay? And the c is what? Minus a square minus, this whole bracket is c here. So middle term splitting method will make this question a bit challenging. So instead of applying middle term, we can directly apply quadratic formula. So quadratic formula is x equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula. Please remember it. Please, my dear lovely kids. This is my humble request to you all. Minus b plus minus under bracket b square minus 4ac, and this is nothing. This is discriminant. So somewhere you might be seeing this formula in this form, like in R.D. Sharma in your competency book, this form. So in some book you will also find this formula in this form. Instead of writing b square minus 4ac, in some book direct d is taken there, and we know d is discriminant, which is equals to b square minus 4ac, right? So now please apply this formula. I need some space here, so I need to erase this one. So now apply direct formula here. So x will be, what is b here? B is minus 4b. Minus 4b. Plus minus under root b square. Again, this is 4b square minus 4. A is what, my dear lovely kids? A is 4. C is what? C is this whole bracket. And this is already in negative form. So minus a square minus b square. Okay. Okay, by 2a. So 2 into a. A is what? A is 4 here. So whatever we had value, we have just put here. Now x equals to minus 4b plus minus under bracket 4b square, that will be 16b square, and here minus 4 4 16 minus 16, and under bracket this is already in negative form, so we can write here minus a square plus b square. I have just opened the bracket, and 2 4 ja 8. Okay, minus 4 into minus 16, we have just opened the bracket. Now x will be minus 4b plus minus 16b square. Can we open this bracket here? Minus minus, that will be plus 16a square, and plus minus minus 16b square divided by 8. I hope you have understood. We have just opened the bracket. So this minus minus will be plus, that's why I'm writing here 16a square, and this plus, this minus, plus minus will be minus, that's why I'm writing here 16b square in negative form. So minus 16b square plus 16b square cancelled. So what we are getting, the remaining part here, I am solving here this side. Okay, you can relate, all my dear lovely kids. So x will be minus 4b plus minus, what is left in bracket here, 16a square divided by 8. Now you can first, because we are solving quadratic equation, so there will be two. This is obvious, this is clear, this is definitely true that there will be two zeros. There will be two values of x, because we are leading to quadratic polynomial. So in this format, first take positive sign here, because two signs are there in front of root. So to find the zeros, first take positive then negative, or either you can take first negative then positive, doesn't matter. So I'm taking positive sign here, minus 4b plus, this is under root 16 and a square, so this will be, why I'm writing here negative, because I'm taking here positive only, because I'm finding here first root. This will be 4a square divided by 8. Now can we take 4 common here? So on taking minus 4 common here, so this will be b minus a divided by 8. We can cancel 4 to ja. So the first zeros, is this visible? First zeros is minus b minus a by 2, or we can also write this form as x equals to minus minus plus a minus b divided by 2. This is the first zero, a minus b divided by 2. Now take negative sign. So on taking negative sign, minus 4b, negative sign, and this is 4a minus 4a divided by 8. Can we take here minus 4 common? Minus 4 common, so this will be b plus a divided by 8. 4 to ja 8, right? So this will be what? Minus b plus a divided by 2. This is the second zeros. So this is the way how we can solve the quadratic polynomials. I hope you have understood. Please write down the solution. If you require the solution, please you can write. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you're still facing any problem, if you are still having any kind of issue, you can put your problem in comment section. I will surely look into that problem, and I will give you the complete solution, complete resolution of that problem. Okay, let's move to the next question. The next question is solve for x. Again, there is a quadratic polynomial, a quadratic equation, and we have to find the value of x here. So look at the question. I think these kind of question troubles students a lot, because root is there, and root is a bit scary. Yeah, it scares the students a lot. I saw so many times students got scared from the root. Look, I am giving you the complete concept how you can tackle the root. First of all, please understand these things. Root 3 into root 3 is equals to 3. If the product of 2 root 3 is equals to 3, so you can also write 3 equals to root 3 into root 3. Yes, please keep it in mind. If the product of two roots are only number, so can only number be written as root 3 into root 3? Yes, you all can write. Yes, 2 can also be written as root 2 into root 2. Yeah, you are free to write this. If this is possible, so this is also possible in reverse form. And this is the clarity, this is the concept of this question here. So one more question. 2 root 3 into root 3. What will be the answer? Yes, 2 into root 3 will be 3. So the answer will be 6. So 6 also can be written as 2 root 3 into root 3. Yes. If the product of these two is equals to 6, so 6 can also be written as this. This is the magic. Yes. Can you get the point what I'm telling you, everyone? If these kind of basic things, if these basic points are clear to everyone, you can tackle these kind of questions. Otherwise, if you don't know how to resolve the roots, you will not be able to do these questions. Okay, my dear lovely kids. So the question is root 3 x square minus 2 root 2x minus root 3 2 root 3 equals to 0. So in such question, what we do generally, we multiply this value. This is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the format. A is what? A is root 3. B is what? B is minus 2 root 2. And C is what? C is minus 2 root 3. So what we do generally in quadratic equation? What we do? We generally multiply this A and this C first. So when you will multiply A and C, what you are getting here? Root 3 into 2 root 3. We are getting 6 here. Right? But the middle term is 2 root 2. The result is 6. The product of C and A is 6. So we required the two factors of 6 whose sum is equals to this, whose subtraction is equals to this, difference is this, and the product will be equals to 6. So how we can factor, how we can split 6? Look at the factor. The first factor of 6 is 6, 1. The second possible factor of 6 is 3, 2. The third possible factor of 6 can also be 3 into root 3 into 2 root 3. Yes. It can also be a factor form. Yes. Or it can also be, look, 2 root 2 and 3 root 2 and root 2. Can the product of these two will be 6? Just let me know. Is it possible that the product of these two, 3 root 2 and root 2 will be 6? Yes. Yes, look. 3 root 2 into root 2. So, root 2 into root 2 will be 2. So, product is 6. Now, check whether in these 4 brackets, which bracket will be your friend. And that will decide this. There is 2 root 2. And this sign. So, if you are multiplying these two, you are getting 6. And yes, we required 6. And the subtraction, 3 root 2 minus root 2. If I subtract 3 root 2 minus root 2, what we are getting here? 2 root 2. Yes. And the same 2 root 2 is there. So, which bracket is helpful for you? Which bracket will help you to factorize this by middle term splitting method? This bracket. 3 root 2 and root 2. So, these are helpless. These brackets cannot solve this question. This will solve because 3 root 2 into root 2 is given 6 and the difference of 3 root 2 and root 2 is equals to middle term. Now we can split. So just apply middle term splitting method here direct. So the result will be root 3 x square minus, we can write here this 3 root 2 minus root 2x minus 2 root 3 equals to 0. Okay, now open it. Root 3x square minus 3 root 2x minus plus root 2x minus 2 root 3 equals to 0. Now, can we take here, what we can take common here? We can take only and only root 3x common. So, there was only one root 3, so only x will be there. We have already taken x as common here. And if we are taking here 3 root 3 is common. Look, my dear lovely kids, there is 3. Here is 3 and we are taking root 3. So if 3 is there and we are taking root 3 as common, so what will be left? What will be left there? Only root 3. Right? So, and root 2 is already there. So root 3 into root 2 will be root 6. root 6, and x we have already taken common. Now look, this is the first position is x, so in bracket here must be x, so we have to take root 2 as common here. So if you are taking root 2 as common, so root 2 will be there because 2 is there, so this will be minus root 6 equals to 0. So we have two brackets, this and root 3 x plus root 2. Now first put this equals to 0, x minus root 6 equals to 0. So we have the first root for you all, the first zeros, the first value of x is this, and on putting this equals to 0, what we are getting? X equals to minus root 2 divided by, instead we can also write minus single root this. This is the second root. This is the way how we can solve this question. I hope you have understood. Next question. A plane left 30 minutes later than the scheduled time, and in order to reach the destination, this is an interesting question. I think it required your conceptual skills. How much your conceptual skill is stronger, how much you are able to understood the language of the question. So this is word problem type question, and it required your mental ability. Look, just read the line wise and solve the question. So the first line is a plane left, means there is a plane and the plane is just left, we can say departure, right? Departure 30 minutes later than the scheduled time, and in India generally it happens, right? In train, in railways it happens frequently. Even the train departures, 3 hours, 4 hours and 10 hours delayed in Indian Railways. Hope this will resolve soon. A plane left 30 minutes later than the scheduled time, okay? And in order to reach the destination 1500 kilometer away in time, okay, it had to increase the speed by 100 kilometer per hour from the usual speed. Okay, so there is some usual speed of plane, and to reach the destination on exact time, on actual time, the plane has to increase its speed by 100 kilometer per hour. If the speed will not be increased by 100 kilometer per hour, then the plane will not reach the destination on time. So to reach the destination exactly on actual time, the plane had to increase the speed by 100 kilometer per hour. Means the difference of time, actual time, and after delaying by 30 minutes. So if the plane is departure 30-minute delay, to maintain that delay, to cover up that delay, the speed need to be increased by 100 km per hour. So let's do one thing. So I'm giving a trick. What exactly the question is asking? Read the last line, very last line. The last line, find the actual speed, usual speed. I don't know usual speed. What is the usual speed of the plane? So we have to let that usual speed first. So in such question, whatever is the unknown value, whatever the question is asking, demanding, please let that first. So in this question, the question is asking the usual speed. So let that first. Let the usual means the speed by which the plane generally goes to the destination daily wise. So let the usual speed of the plane is, we can let x kilometer per hour. Okay, I'm letting it x kilometer per hour. Right? So the actual time will be, so the actual time to reach the destination, if this is the actual speed, I'm letting the actual speed up as x, and the distance is 15 kilometer that has to be covered by the plane, So if we have speed, we have distance, so can we write the statement for time? Yes, we can write. So the actual time to reach the destination, I'm telling this as t1, will be, speed equals to distance by time. So time will be distance by speed. So t1 can be written as 1500, which is the distance that had to be covered. Okay, so this will be 1500 divided by what is the actual speed is, and I'm calling it equation number 1. Yes, this is the equation number 1. Now if the speed is increased by 100 km per hour, 100 km per hour, the time will be T2, time will be what? 15 divided by x was the actual speed, and the speed is increased by 50, this 100 kilometer. So I'm writing here this 100 kilometer. Now just tell me one thing. This is T1, this is actual time, and this is T2. If the speed is increased by this, if here is x and here is x plus 100, so in T1 and T2, which will be greater, which will be larger value? The T1 will be greater because the denominator is x, and here the denominator is x plus 100, so T2 will be less. This will be a larger value, T1 will be more and T2 will be less, and the difference will be, the delay was 30 minutes, the plane was delayed by 30 minutes. So according to question, so can we write T1 minus T2 is equals to 30 minute, and minute can be convert in hour by dividing by 60. Why I am converting that minute in hour? Because the speed is given in kilometer per hour, so we have to convert that minute in hour, and 30 minute will be 30 by 60, which will be half. So T1 is equals to 1500 by x minus T2 will be this, and which will be equals to this. Let me explain you again. My dear lovely kids, this was the actual speed, right? And this is the actual time T1. This is the time T2, time taken by the aeroplane, the plane, when the speed is increased by this. And why the speed is increasing? The speed is increasing by the plane to cover up that delay, because the plane was left by 30 minutes. So the difference will be 30 minutes. This time and this time, so T1 minus T2 will be half. Now solve this question here. So can we take 1500 common here? Yes, 1500 common. So now take LCM here. So x into x plus 100. So here will be x plus 100, and here a minus x will be there, equals to 1 by 2. Right? Now this x will be cancelled by this here, and 1500 into 100 will be 00, 1, 2 more 0. This, and solve this bracket here, x square plus 100, x equals to 1 by 2. So now cross multiply it. On multiplying cross here, we are getting x square plus 100x and 15, 2, that will be 30. And how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4 more zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. How we can solve the quadratic equation? I think here is 30, and 6 plus 6 into 5 comes 30, the product of 6 and 5, and the difference of 6 and 5 is also 1, and here is 1. So if I factorize this 30,000 as 600 into 500, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, wow, and the difference of 600 and 500 is 100. So we can apply middle term splitting method. 100 can be replaced by 600 minus 500. Why? Because the product of 600 500 is this as it is, x. Okay, so 600 minus 500x. This is here by mistakenly we have written here a positive sign. See, this is on subtract cross multiplying these fractions. So what we are getting here, x square plus 100x equals to, yes, equals to this 1, 2, 3, 4, and on bringing this this number, this side, this will be negative 4. So by mistake we have just written here positive. This is negative sign, and that is the reason why we are subtracting this 600 minus 500, that is equals to 100. We also consider this sign here. If this will be positive, we cannot write this bracket, right? So this is a negative, right? So look, x square plus 100x minus this equals to 0. Okay, I hope you have understood now. So minus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros equals to 0. Now solve this question. So x square plus 600x minus 500x minus 3, 5 zeros equals to 0. Now take common here. So on taking x common, we are getting x plus 600, and here on taking minus 500, we are getting x plus 600, right, equals to 0. So there are two brackets, x minus 500 and the other bracket is x plus 600 equals to 0. Now take this as 0. So x minus 500 equals to 0. We are getting first value, first root is 500, and here on taking this as 0, we will be getting, we are getting minus 600. And x is what? We have assumed, we have just letting x as usual speed, and the question is asking that speed. Now my question, can the speed be positive? Can speed be positive? No, speed cannot be positive. So we will ignore this value. This will not be the speed of the plane. So we will consider this value. So the speed of the plane is, you have to please make sure to write the complete answer at the end. So the usual speed of the plane is 500 kilometer per hour. This is the answer, and make sure to box that. You can also box that. On boxing the answer leaves that leaves positive impact on answer sheet examiner. So I think you also should follow these basic concept tricks basically. Okay, I hope you have understood this question. So the main thing is to understand the language. If you are able to understand the language, you can proceed the solution very easily. Okay, let's move to the next question. So this question has been asked in the year 2018 under 3 mark category. Oh my god, this question should carry 5 marks, I think. Okay, so look this question here. So the question is, if AD not equals to BC, then prove that the equation has no real roots. So we have to find out the nature of roots, and for this we have to use this formula, b square minus, and applying this formula we have to check either the d is coming 0, d is positive, or d is negative. So this is the way. Okay, so find out d here. One condition is given, make sure this condition is given. So d will be, b is what here? The coefficient of x. So x is here. So on leaving x, everything will be b. This and this will be b. So 2 into AC plus BD. This whole will be b. Except x, everything will be b. Make sure. And a square. So I am putting here a square sign. Minus 4. A is what? Except x square, everything will be a. A square plus b square. 4 into a into c is what? C square plus d square. Now check whether d is positive, negative, or 0. So we have to solve this. So d will be 2 square will be 4, and this is identity, algebraic identity, a plus b whole square. So a square b square plus 2abcd, and this will be multiplying a square c square plus a square d square plus b square c square plus b square d square. I have just multiplied these two brackets. So now solve it. This will be 4 a square c square plus 4 b square d square plus 8 a b c d. Now open it. Minus 4 a square c square minus 4 a square d square minus 4 b square c square, and plus minus again minus 4b square d square. Please make sure to do the calculation very well. Calculation, the mathematics basic calculation, addition, subtraction, opening the brackets, these things should be very stronger. Look, this is 4a square c square positive, this is 4a square negative. 4b square d square positive, 4b square d square negative, cancel. So what the families are left here, this is minus 4a square d square minus 4b square c square plus 8a b c d. So in these three families, can we take minus 4 as common here? So on taking minus 4 common here, we are getting this in under bracket, a square d square plus b square c square plus 2 a b c d. I hope you have understood it. I have taken minus 4 as common. So this will be, oh, so this will be minus here because already that was in positive form. So this will be minus. Okay, so this is minus here. Now one very important thing we can conclude here, something square plus something square minus 2 something, means this is the reverse of a minus b whole square. If I write this whole function as a d minus bd whole square, now look at this, a square, this is a square, plus b square, this is minus 2ab this. So this can be, now the important trick, important concept is, one information is given here, AD not is equal to BC. AD is not equal to B, not at anyhow, AD is not equal to BC, means these two are different. Either positive, either negative, doesn't matter, but these are not equal to each other. If these are not equal to each other, means there will be some value of bracket, it cannot be 0. If this will be 0, this would be 0, so this whole discriminant will be 0, and once the discriminant will be 0, there will be two real and equal roots, but we have to prove no real roots. Yes, will be no real, because this information is given here. If AD is not equals to BC, means D means the given quadratic equation has no real roots, has no real roots. If it would be equal to 0, AD minus BC, AD equals to BC, this bracket will be 0, and once this bracket will be 0, the whole D will be 0, and if the whole D will be 0, there will be two real and equal roots. So this is the property of discriminant, this is the property of quadratic polynomial. So this question carries 3 marks. Now 11th question, the two pipes together can fill in 15 by 8 hours. What can fill? Tank, okay. The pipe with larger diameter takes 2 hours less than the pipe with a smaller diameter to fill the tank separately. Find the time with which each pipe can fill the tank separately. This is a very tricky question. Let me do this question. Okay. So there are two pipes. One is having larger diameter and other is having a small diameter. Right. So let's solve this question. Okay. So the pipe larger diameter takes 2 hours less than the pipe with smaller diameter to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each pipe can. So let's do one thing. I'm solving here. Let the pipe of smaller diameter takes X hours to fill the tank. Let the pipe of smaller diameter I can write smaller diameter takes X hour to fill the tank. If the smaller diameter pipe is taking X hour to fill the tank, so how much the water will be filled by that pipe in 1 hour in unit hour. This will be 1 by x hour. Basically that will be 1 by x hour. So the tank filled in 1 hour will be what? 1 by x, or we can say unit hour. Unit hour, we can write here unit hour. Instead of writing, I think 1 hour, we can write here unit hour. Unit hour is more appropriate. Unit hour. Right? Is it clear? Now, if a smaller pipe is taking x hour, and according to question, the pipe with larger diameter takes 2 hour less. So the pipe of larger diameter takes how much hour? How much hour? A smaller is taking x and this is taking x minus 2. So this will be x minus 2 hours. So the pipe of larger diameter takes x minus 2 hours. So in unit hour, the pipe of larger diameter fill the tank in what? Unit hour. Unit hour will be what? 1 by x minus 2. 1 by x minus 2. This is 1 by x and this is 1 by x minus 2. And if these two pipes fill the tank together, it takes 15 by 8 hours. So together in 1 hour, in unit hour will be 8 by 15. So we can, they together fill the tank in 15 by 8 hours. So in 1 hour will be 8 by 15, and we have already find out the 1 hour value 1 by x, and this is 1 hour unit hour 1 by x minus 2. So the sum of these two will be, so according now, hence this is 1 by x plus this will be 1 upon x minus 2 will be 15 by 8 or 8 by 15. That will be 8 by 15 because we are adding the unit hour values of both the pipes. So 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 2 will be 8 by 15. This is the concept. So unit hour concept. Right. Now solve this question. So on taking the LCM will be x minus 2, here will be x minus 2 plus x will be 8 by 15. Right. Now solve it. X plus x, 2x minus 2 by x square minus 2x equals to 8 by 15. Right. Solve it. So this will be 30x minus 30 equals to 8x square minus 16x. So I think we are getting quadratic equation here. So 8x square minus 16x, take this family this side, so minus 30x, and this will be plus 30 equals to 0. Now what the final format we are getting here? This is 8x square minus 16x or minus 30x will be minus 46x plus 30 equals to 0. So what we are getting here? 30 and 8 here. So 30 into 8 is 240. Right. So what will be the factor of 240 whose sum will be equals to 46? I think 40 and 60 will be there, because we know the product of 40 into 60 will be 240, and same 80 into 30 into 8 we are getting same. and again positive sign is there. So here this 46 can be replaced by what? 40 plus 6 into x plus 30 will be 0. So 8x square minus 40x minus 6x plus 30 will be 0. Can we take here 8x common? So 8x, so x minus 5, and here we can take x as common, here 6 common, so x minus 5 equals to 0, right? So one bracket is x minus 5 and other is x minus 6 equals to 0. Sorry, this is 8x minus 6, right? 8x, x minus 6. So here x, we are getting x equals to 5, and here in this bracket we are getting x equals to 6 by 8, and 6 by 8 equals to 3 by 4. 3 by 4, which is in fraction form. This is fraction for time duration. So instead of taking the time duration in fraction form, the better result is x equals to 5. So we will consider this. So the smaller diameter pipe is taking x hours to fill, means 5 hours, right, separately. And how many hours the larger diameter will take? X minus 2. So here, so a smaller pipe, we can write a time taken by the smaller pipe separately. What is the time? 5 hours, right? And the time taken by the larger pipe separately. What is the time here, my dear lovely kids? X minus 2 means 5 minus 2 means 3 hours. So both the pipes will fill the tank separately in 5 hours smaller pipe and 3 hours larger pipe. I hope you have understood. So this question is completely based on language. This is all about the language. This question carry 5 mark. This is 5 mark question. Wow. I hope you have understood. So first let the time duration of pipe separately and write the unit hour concept. Again, for the larger pipe, x minus 2 hour will be take separately a separate time, and the unit hour will be 1 minus x minus 2, 1 by x minus 2, and adding these two fractions, this fraction and this fraction will be equals to, and this is complete hour, so in unit hour will be 8 by 15. So the sum of these two will be equals to 8 by 15, and the rest work is mathematics, solving the quadratic equation. Let's move to the next question. Find the value of k for which the quadratic equation this 0 has equal roots, then find the roots. Okay, so we have to find the value of k for which the given quadratic equation has equal roots. So one information is given, the given quadratic equation has equal roots. So if the roots are equal, it implies that d must be 0. Yes, if d is equals to 0, then only we can conclude that the given quadratic equation will have equal roots. The discriminant will be equals to 0. So d is what? B square minus 4ac will be 0. B is what? Except x, everything is b. So this is minus 6 k plus 1 and the square, whole square, minus 4. A is what? Except x square, everything is a. And c is what? C is the last term, pure constant. 3 into k plus 9 equals to 0. Now solve it. So 6 square minus 6 square will be 36, and this is a square plus b square plus 2k, and this will be 4 3 are 12 minus 12, and this will be k square plus 9k. This will be 4 3 are 12, I have written here, and on multiplying these two brackets, k plus 1 and k plus 9 will be k into k square, k 9k, and then here, now k into 1, that will be k, and 9 1 9, that will be 9, equals to 0 here. Now please open the bracket here. 36k square plus 36 plus 72k minus 12k square minus 108k, this 12 9. Basically this is 9k plus 1k, that is 10k. We can directly multiply, that will be 120k. So no issues, we can add one more step here, and this is again 108 equals to 0. Now look 36k square minus 12k square will be 24k square. Now check k, this is 72k and this is 108 and minus 12k, this is 120k. You all know this is 120. Yes, this is 120, 108 and 12, this is 120, and here this is 72. So what will be the result? The result will be 8 and this will be 1148. Right. So, and this is negative form, the bigger value is negative, so there will be minus 48k. I hope you have understood. So on solving this, we are getting 48k. Now constant value 36 positive and this is minus 108. What will be the result here? The result will be, look, this is 108 and this is 36 here. I think you can understand here. The result will be 72. So we can write here minus 72 equals to 0. Can you observe here 24 is common? So on taking the 24 common, can we write this formula, this format, k square minus 2k minus 3 equals to 0. And this is a quadratic formula, quadratic equation in the form of k. And 3 1 is 3, 3 minus 1, that is k. So we can apply quadratic middle term splitting method. So 2 can be written as 3 minus 1 minus 3 equals to 0, k square minus 3k minus minus plus k minus 3 equals to 0. So k is common here, so this will be k minus 3 plus 1 is common here, so this will be k minus 3. So what are the values of k? The first value of k is so first write the bracket here. So the first bracket is k minus 3 and the second bracket will be k plus 1, both equals to 0. So first value is k equals to 3, and on writing this equals to 0, k we are getting is minus 1. These are the values. But the question asking has equal roots. Okay, so we have find the value of k here, we have found. Now we have to find the roots. Now put these values, just the values, just we have found these values here in this format. On putting the value of k, you will get a fresh format of quadratic equation, because k is till unknown here. Once you will put the value of k, you will be getting a fresh format of quadratic equation and you can solve. So first put the value of k 3 equals to, if k equals to 3, if k equals to 3, okay, so what will be the format? 3 plus 1 4, 4x square, and this 3 plus 1, that will be 4, and 6 4 is 24, minus 24x. This is k plus k is what? 3. 3 plus 9, that will be 12, and 12 3 is 36, will be 36 equals to 0. Right. So can we take 4 as common here? So x square minus equals to 0. We have taken 4 as common. So we can write this equation again, x square minus 6x plus 9. Now apply middle term splitting method. So x square minus 6 can be written as 3 plus 3x plus 9 equals to 0. This will be x square minus 3x plus minus minus 3x plus 9 equals to 0. On taking x as common here, x minus 3, and here again on taking 3 as common, x minus 3 equals to 0. So we are getting x minus 3 first bracket and second bracket again same, so x equals to 3 comma 3. Both the zeros are same. Right. Now you can put the value of k as minus 1 here. See, I have just put the value of k equals to 3 and I got this quadratic equation. We have the values of k are 2 here. On putting 3, we are getting this situation. And if I'll be putting this k equals to -1, there will be another quadratic equation. Now, so this is, I'm giving to you homework. Please solve, please put this value of -1 here and check. If I'll be putting this -1 here, -1 plus 1 will be 0. And this whole bracket is becoming 0. And once the coefficient of x square will be 0, the whole x square family will be 0. There will be no existence of x square. And if there will be no existence of x square, no mean, we cannot solve. There will be no any quadratic equation. So this value, this k equals to -1, we cannot put here. We cannot solve this quadratic equation. Because on putting this -1 here, we are getting this bracket 0. And this 0 is making the whole quadratic equation 0. There will be no existence of x square. And once the x square will be eliminated, there will be no meaning of quadratic equation. So only k equals to 3 is considered here. Only k equals to 3 we can put here and we can solve the quadratic equation. Thank you so much. Next, move to the next question. If -5 is the root of the quadratic equation, this and the equation this, okay, so look, there are two equations, this and this here. We have given that -5 is the root of this equation, so we can put -5 here and we can satisfy. Then we have to find the value of k here. So first we can do one thing here. This carry 5 mark and this is most expected category. Okay. So if -5 is a root of this quadratic equation, so can we put -5 here this? It implies that the -5 will satisfy. This equation will satisfy with this -5. So look, 2, and on the place, at the place of x we can put -5, because -5 is the root, plus p into -5. Wherever is the x, we can put there -5. -15 equals to 0. So -5 square will be 25 and 2 50 minus 5p, and this will be -15 equals to 0, right? 15 minus 15, that will be 35, and this is -5. So 35 minus 5p equals to 0. So we can also write this as 5p equals to 35. So we are getting p as 7 here. One information we have found here. Okay, we got it. P is equals to 7. Now what we have to do, this p is also present here in this equation. And this equation has equal roots. Means the discriminant of this equation will be equals to 0. But first, put this p here. So, now, this is what? P x square plus x plus k equals to 0. P is what? 7. So we can put 7 here. So the equation will be 7x square plus 7x plus k equals to 0. Yes, we can modify it like this. If p is equals to 7 here and p is also present in second equation, so we can put p at 7. And on putting p at 7, we are getting this format of quadratic equation. 7x square plus 7x plus k equals to 0. And one more information is also given here. This equation has equal roots. And if equal roots are there, if equal roots, if this equation has two equal roots, then d will be 0. Now put d will be 0. D will be 0. D is what? B square minus 4ac equals to. What is b here? What is b here? B is 7 here. 7a square minus 4. A is what? A is also 7 here. C is what? C is k here. Equals to 0. 7 square will be 49. Minus, this is 28k. So 28k will be equals to 49. I hope you have understood it. Right. So k will be 49 divided by 7 7 ja 49, 4 7 ja. So we are getting k k as 7 by 4. I hope you have understood it. This is most expected question. It will give you complete 5 marks. Now move to the next question. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial this, find a polynomial whose zeros are this. I think this question in this whole video is good and conceptual question. I think, yeah, this question is important. And this question has been asked by board in the year 2014. So look at the question. Alpha, beta are the zeros of this quadratic equation. If alpha and beta are the zeros of this quadratic equation, can we write the sum of 0 alpha plus beta will be minus 5 by 2, which will be 5 by 2. And the product of zeros alpha into beta will be alpha into beta will be c by f. C is what? C is 7 and this. And we have to find the polynomial this whose zeros are this. Wow. We have to find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are given in this format, this and this. So the required polynomial, I am using this space here. Okay, look, required polynomial will be, can we write required polynomial as x square minus sum of roots, and sum of roots means first root is this and second root is this. Now add these two, so 2 alpha plus 3 beta plus 3 alpha plus 2 beta, and here x. I am applying that formula. I hope you have understood. X square minus sum of roots x plus product of roots equal to 0. This formula. I am applying that formula. And these are the roots plus product of roots means multiplying these two. 2 alpha plus 3 beta into 3 alpha plus 2 beta. This is the beauty of this question. Oh my God. Now can we modify it a bit more? Okay, please modify it. X square minus 2 alpha, 3 alpha. That will be 5 alpha. That will be 5 alpha. 3 beta, 2 beta. That will be again 5 beta. Can we take 5 as common? So I'm taking 5 as common here. So this will be alpha plus beta into x. I hope you have understood it. Now here, this is concept. This is a bit challenging. This is difficult. Plus, now look, what we can do here, 2 alpha into 3 alpha will be 6 alpha square. Right? 2 alpha into 2 beta will be 4 alpha beta. 3 beta into 3 alpha will be 9 alpha beta. 9 alpha beta. 3 beta into 2 beta will be 6 beta square. Right? So x square minus 5 alpha plus beta plus, what we can do here, look, this is 6 alpha square plus 6 beta square plus 9 and 4 will be 13 alpha beta. 13 into alpha beta. And if I take common, if I take here in this bracket 6 as common, this is positive sign here, no? Yeah, positive sign. I am taking 6 as common here, so we can write here 6 alpha square plus beta square, and this will be 13 into alpha beta. One very beautiful thing is there here is alpha plus beta. We know alpha plus beta, which is equals to 5 by 2. And alpha into beta, this is also a constant rational form, 7 by 8. So we can put here 5 by 2 and we can put here alpha into beta will be 7 by 2. But the main important thing is this, alpha square plus beta square. How we can find that alpha square plus beta square? So I am giving you a very short formula, please write down it. The formula is, look, alpha square plus beta square is equals to alpha plus beta ka whole square, is it clear? Minus 2 into alpha beta. Please, my dear students, please keep it in mind, this formula. And why I am writing this formula in this form? Because we are required to find the value of this, and we have only this alpha plus beta and alpha beta, and that is the reason why I am modifying this format in this form. Because you know the alpha plus beta sum of roots, and you know the product of roots alpha. So find out here, alpha square plus beta square, alpha plus beta is what, 5 by 2, and 5 by 2 whole square will be 25 by 4. Okay, now alpha minus 2 into alpha beta is what, 7 by 2, 7 by 2 cancel. So alpha square plus beta square we getting here 25 by 4 minus 7 upon 1. Solve it. This is 4 and this is 25 minus 28. So alpha square plus beta square we are getting here minus 3 by 4, and that will be, this value will be useful here. Now put the values here. So the required polynomial will be x square minus 5, and this is alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is 5 by 2. This is 5 by 2. Okay, plus 6 alpha square beta square, this is here minus 3 by 4, minus 3 by 4 plus 13 into alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is 7 by 2. Now please solve it. Okay, yeah, this is x here, this is x, here is x, here is x, here is x. Okay, so solve it. This will be x square minus 25 by 2 into x, and this whole bracket will be, please solve it, 2 2 ja 4, 3 2 ja 6, and 3 3 ja 9, minus 9 by 2, and here 91 by 2, right? 13 7 ja 91. Okay, now x square minus 25 by 2x, and this on taking the LCM and all, this is minus 9 and this is 91. What will be the result? The result will be, yeah, 80. This is no 91 here, so will be 82 plus 82 divided by 2, because the LCM is 2 here, and this is minus 9, this is positive 91, so there will be 82, right, equals to 0. Now solve it. So x square on taking LCM, this will be 2x square minus 25x, and this is plus, what happened, this is plus 82 equals to 0. This is the answer, 2x square minus 25x plus 82 equals to, this is the beauty of this question. So that is the reason why it carry 4 marks. Okay, now the very important and the question which is confirmed, the board will ask in 4 marks category, case study based question. This is confirmed, this is sure that there will be 1 or 2 question in your exam sheet, in your paper, question paper of maths, there will be case based study. So I am going to solve a question case based study, and I'll be giving you a homework on case based study. You have to do by your own, and just let me know the answer of this question here. This is homework. So first let's solve this question. So there is a garden here, as you can see on screen picture, there is a garden, and a garden is in the shape of a square. This is a square shaped garden. The gardener grew saplings of Ashoka tree on the boundary of the garden at the distance of 1 meter from each other. He wants to decorate the garden with rose plants. He chose a triangular region inside the garden. See, what gardener wants to do here on the square shape of park, he wants to plant rose. Okay, and to plant the rose plants, he chose a triangular shape field here, piece of land. So P point is here, Q point and R point, and there is Ashoka tree at the boundary, on the boundary of the square shape park, and these every Ashoka tree at 1 meter distance from each other. Okay, so what will be the coordinate? And the question is asking there, the first question is, if A is taken as origin, this is origin, my dear lovely kids, this is origin. Let's take yellow color so that you can, the point will be easily visible. This is origin. Okay, okay. Rose, in the above situation, the garden took help from the student of class 10th. They made a chart for it which looks like the given figure. Based on the above, answer the following questions. So there are 3 questions based on this information on this diagram here. So there is a picture, and based on the picture, based on the information, you have to give the answer of these 3 questions. So what is the first question? The first question is, if A is taken as origin, what are the coordinates of the vertices of PQR? So look, my dear lovely kids, here each Ashoka tree is at 1 meter distance. So what will be the coordinate of P? Look, P is here, 1 meter, 2, 3, 4. So the coordinate of P will be 4, and look at y-axis. Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 6 will be the coordinate. Right? The 4, 6 will be the coordinate, because each and every Ashoka tree is at the distance of 1 meter. So this will be 4, 6. The coordinate of P will be 4, 6. So I am writing here first solution, first P, the coordinate of P is 4, 6. Now find out the coordinate of Q here. Q, look at the X. This is 1, 2, 3, 3 boxes in X direction. So this will be 3. And what is Y? 1, 2. This is Q here. This is P. So this is 2. Y is 2 here. So the Q coordinate is 3, 2. And what about R coordinate? Look at the R coordinate. This is R here. So the X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and the Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this is R here. Okay, so 6, 5 here. 6, 5. R is at 6, 5. The first question is solved. Very easy question. Second question is, find out if the triangle PQR is an isosceles triangle. And what is the property of isosceles triangle? For isosceles triangle, any two sides should be equal to each other. Any two sides. If all the sides are equal, there will be equilateral triangle. If any side not equal to each other, the triangle is called scalene triangle. But for isosceles triangle, any two sides should be equal to each other. So we have to find the distance by using the distance formula. So first find PQ. So what will be PQ? PQ will be under root. This is P coordinate, this is Q coordinate. So 4 minus 1, 3 minus 4 will be 1 square, plus 2 minus 4 will be 4 square, 16. So we are getting PQ as under root 17 unit. Now PQ, QR. Now find QR. So the QR will be, this is QR. 6 minus 3, 3 square will be 9, plus 5 minus 2 will be 3 square, 9. So we are getting QR as 18, under root 18 unit. So the PQ is under root 17, QR is under root 18. Now what about P, RP? So RP will be under root RP. 4 minus 6, 2 square, 4. This is 6 and this is 5. 6 minus 5 will be 1 square, 1. So RP is equals to under root 5 unit. Oh my God! All these three are different from each other. PQ is under root 17 unit, QR is under root 18 unit, and RP is under root 5 unit. Is it an isosceles triangle? No, this is not isosceles triangle. This is scalene triangle, because each and every sides are different from each other. Okay, now come on third question. Third question is, find the coordinates of the point P divides the line segment joining point P and R. Okay, this is P and R. This is P and R, and there is another point A is coming. I don't know the coordinate of A, but A is coming, which is dividing the PR in the ratio 2:1. So this question is based on section formula. So look at, my dear student, this question is case study based question, but in this question we are using the Cartesian system, we are using the distance formula, and we are going to use section formula again. So each and every concept is coming in this question. So you have to be very ready for each and every formula. So look how we can solve. So the P is 4,6 and the R is 6,5, and these 2 points are divided by another point A. I don't know where is A. We have to find the coordinate. Okay, not A, any other point. So this, let's say this is the point here. I'm calling this as let's say I'm calling it M, X comma Y. I don't know the X comma Y. I'm calling it, and it is divided this PR in the ratio 2:1. So you have section formula, apply the section formula. So X will be 2 into 6 plus 1 into 4. That will be 1 into 4, and divided by sum of values of ratio. This will be 2 plus 1, right? So this will be 12 plus 4 divided by 3. So we are getting here X as 16 by 3, right? Now find out Y. So Y will be, again, if you are taking the ratio 2 here, so you have to take the value of Y, far value. So 2 into 5 plus, if you are taking 1, you have to take this value, 1 into 6 divided by 2 plus 1. So Y will be 5 to the 10 plus 6 divided by, again Y is also 16 by 3. So both X and Y are same. X is also 16 by 3 and Y is also 16 by 3. So this is all about your very important previous year question of quadratic equation. If you guys are able to solve the question, every question of this video, then you are in the race of 14 lakh student. And if you are stuck in anywhere, like in 2 or 3 questions, don't worry for that. 2 and 3 question doesn't no matter. Yeah, you all can solve the question. Just please try to do that question again and find out what kind of difficulty you are facing right away, right? So I think these are very important questions. So this is homework for you. Please take the screenshot of this, and you have to solve this question. Hope you have taken the screenshot of this question. This is for you, and let me know. Please tell me from you all, how many of you are able to solve this question. This question is basically based on quadratic equation. This is the graph of quadratic form, Chenab Bridge. Have you heard the name Chenab Railway Bridge? The history created by India, our engineers, they have created a history, world, highest bridge, railway bridge. Yeah, world's highest railway bridge. That is Chenab Bridge, is in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, look at Jammu and Kashmir. So these are the few questions, very important question. Thank you so much for watching, my dear lovely kids, and I hope please go through this video again and again to clear the concept and clarity of quadratic equation. Thank you so much, champion. And let's meet in next session, and that will be live session for you all, and we will be covering 1 marker question, MCQ question of previous year in that video, and hope you all are enjoying and you all are getting something wonder, something special from these videos in my lecture. So thank you so much everyone. Bye bye, take care, and meet in next video.